Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Jazzy of Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing another Throwback Thursday. I have what I'm gonna do here is number 9 through 6 for the Rock top 20. And then next week we'll round out the top 5 here. Even though if you go to the Facebook page, you can look and follow along daily and see where we're at there. And then we at the box office for April 11th and 13th through 13th. And then after that, not really much news. Just something that kind of leads off the box from the box office, and then we are out of here. So let's start here with number 9 for the top 20 movies of Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Number 9, Get Smart, directed by Peter Segal, starring Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Alan Arkin, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Maxwell Smart, a highly intellectual but bumbling spy working for the control agency, is tasked with preventing a terrorist attack from a rival spy agency, Chaos. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't have like 3 of these, even though I think The Rock was pretty much done after the first one, because obviously he plays against type from where he's normally at, and he was the bad guy in this one to Steve Carell's good guy. And also, this is also, I think all these are all, let me see, faster. Yeah, the first 3 here are all before he got jacked, and pretty much before Hercules, that means, and became like the hugest star ever. So that's where we're at here. So you gotta remember, this is a lot thinner, it's a lot sleeker Rock. Almost looks more normal human being. He's still 6'5" and still a lot big, so it's not like he was like too much of a normal human being, but he kind of like looked like he would blend in. Um, yeah, this movie's good. Steve Carell led this. They go through um, the chaos comes in and destroys the secret layer, and in doing so, it pretty much uncovers all the spies. So no one's left to go except for the Rock, I believe. By some lucky coincidence, like I said, he was a bad guy. Steve Carell was not just quite yet a control agent, completely, and then Anne Hathaway, who is coming off of complete surgery to redo her face and everything, so she looks like a completely different person. This movie is one of the funnier ones too. The Rock is involved with. I'd probably give it a 3.5 stars. Like I said, I'm surprised we didn't get like Get Smart 2, Get Smart 3. I don't know what Steve Carell is. I don't remember being a bomb. I remember actually being quite successful. So I don't quite know where that went from there, but like I said, this isn't even really The Rock as the main character here. Like I said, he's kind of like a side character, bad guy, secret bad guy, but it's still there. So that's number 9. Get Smart, directed by Peter Segal. And moving on to number 8 here, we have Race to Rich Mountain, Race to Witch Mountain, directed by Andy Fickman, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Carla Gugino, Anna Sophia Robb, and Alexander Ludwig. A Las Vegas cabbie enlists the help of UFO expert to protect 2 siblings with paranormal powers from the clutches of an organization that humans the kids for their nefarious plans. This is, of course, a family movie. This is one of the first ones I believe The Rock did with Disney. No, maybe Tooth Fairy might have been, but it's not on the list. This would have been one of the first ones on the list that Rock would have collaborated with Disney, and I don't think he comes back to Disney again until the Cruise one, because Pixar. Yeah, I guess you'd say Moana, but he doesn't go back to a live action Disney movie until the Jungle Cruise, which is also not on this list. With Emily Blunt, but this one's good. This one is so this is another one where it's like there should have been like 3 of them. I think this one wasn't as quite as successful in the box office. Is again right before The Rock kind of jacks up for Hercules, and he kind of becomes another, and then just through Hercules and every all the movies after that, he just becomes another big social media and social brand awareness of who Dwayne Johnson is. He starts taking a lot more serious characters after that force you to take The Rock seriously, and less like of these like kind of funny slapstickable humor kind of characters that he was doing with Race Witch Mountain kind of, and like I said, Get Smart, and the one after this, and then like Faster, and what was the one, Snitch and stuff like that, where he's a little bit more compact, one tall. You know what I mean? So, and he is officially out of wrestling too for this run of movies too. So he also doesn't have the bulk for the wrestling either. So he was, like I said, um, like it's kind of like if you look at John Cena today, how he kind of slimmed down, and then but for Hercules, for whatever reason, I just feel like he wanted to either like prove he could do the bulk or whatever, or he just got in his head and just became the hugest human being ever. And that's like kind of where he kind of stood. But with this one, the kids are very good in it. I think this is kind of, I believe this is the start of the relationship with Carla Gugino because she's in a lot of his movies, like five or six of them. And you kind of go back and watch them, and I was like, oh yeah, there she is. Oh, there she is. Um, so I don't mean like relationship like they're like dating or anything. I just mean like they kind of like their working relationship here because she is in some of the better movies too with him in it, including this one. So that was interesting. I was just surprised this one didn't get like three or four more. I think like he also did Journey to the Center of the Earth right there around this time too. So maybe it was just kind of lag of rockness there. I don't know, or I'm just not sure here. But this was actually really good if you go back and watch it. It kind of reminds you of the old school like way they did alien movies and stuff like that, which makes sense because this movie is a remake from an older movie that Disney had, which is kind of Disney's little secret here. So yeah, that was good. That was number 8, Race to Witch Mountain, directed by Andy Fickman. And moving on to number 7 is Faster, directed by George Tillman Jr., starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Billy Bob Thornton, Maggie Grace, and Mauricio Lopez. An ex-con gets on a series of apparently unrelated killings. He gets tracked by a veteran cop with secrets of his own and his egocentric hitman. This is actually one of the Rock's most like darkest roles. And honestly, I kind of rated it a little bit lower than, or a little bit higher than, or a little bit, yeah, a little bit lower than it should be. Like, I mean, this is almost a top 5 movie when you go back and watch it. He actually uses weapons in this. Not many of his movies, as he always fully committed to using weapons. Not only that, but he also kicks your ass too. This is the most normal version of the Rock you'll get. Like if you look at like his body type and everything like that, he is actually kind of skinny here. I would say he's probably around 220 instead of where he's at now, which is like what 300 probably or 280 somewhere around there. Um, and this is like right before it all starts because next movie he does is Hercules, I believe, or no, the next movie he does is his first entrance into the Fast experience, where he's a little bit bigger, and then he goes huge for Hercules, and then he continues his run for the Fast and the Furious from here. So this movie does kind of make sense here. Billy Bob's really good in this movie. The story is very good. If you've never seen it, he gets out of prison. His brother was killed by the bad guy that he worked for slash cop Billy Bob. And then when all that happens, he gets out of prison and he's pretty much just on one focus: is get this dude, um, finish him off, and as he's doing it, Billy Bob realizes who it is, and they kind of end up fighting with each other like that. So it's a very good movie. If you've never seen it, I suggest you watch it because this is The Rock just in general. This is Paramount Plus too. Definitely check it out. Number 7, Faster, directed by George Tillman Jr. And then the end of the Rock movies here for the week. Like I said, we'll take out the top 5 next week. You can always follow along on Facebook if you're interested in it. And number 6, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, directed by Jake Kasdan, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Karen Gillan, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. Of course, 4 teenagers stuck in a magical world video game, and the only way they can escape is to work together to finish the game. This is a great reimagining of a classic movie. I think that everyone was not going to be that ecstatic about this when it came out, and then it came out, and everyone was like, "This movie is fucking awesome. Thank you for doing it right." They definitely did it right. I think that had Robin Williams still been around at the point in time of this movie, we would have got a cameo from him for sure in it. I think that the story is done very well. I love how they brought in Colin Hanks involved with it. The Rock plays a good character here because he's like a big ass fucking badass dude, but he's like afraid of everything because of his real life counterpart, or Kevin Hart. Kind of the opposite, is he's kind of a pussy in the game, but in real life he's like a badass. So they did a good job there, kind of matching those characters. Also the female Jack Black's hilarious. There's just so much to like about this movie. You can just praise it all day long because you could have really did this movie and then like it been like the worst thing ever, and everyone hated you forever because you're involved with this movie. Because think just about how, yeah, just think about how bad this could have went with like all the people involved with the original movie: Kristen Dunst, Robin Williams, what's her name? She's very popular, but she's involved with it too. The blonde, I know you know who I'm talking about, Bonnie something. I think it's Bonnie Hunt. Um, yeah, so craziness. This is just did as well as it did. I mean, it put The Rock on a new level because he was before the guy that kind of came in during the sequels and kind of boosted him. He had a couple of hit and misses with Hercules and Faster, and then he just went on a roll here because the Central Intelligence is during this run, the Fast and Furious is during this run, so many more movies that are just like so many on this list are right here on this run right here because of The Rock. He isn't as huge, but he's just like kind of where he's at now, just a big ass human being. So yeah, that is number 6. Welcome to Jumanji. Welcome to Jungle, directed by Jake Kasdan. And then we will do our box office for the 11th to the 13th real quick. The winner, of course, for this year so far is a Minecraft movie. $78.5 million this weekend, $291.3 million total so far. Amazing, outstanding, incredible job, well done here for this studio. Not only that, it surpassed every movie this year. That was the news, so we're hearing it right here. It is the number one movie of the year so far. There's going to be some heavy hitters coming this summer to take it down, but this is a good start here. So good job there for those guys. And then, of course, with the Easter weekend coming up, we have The King of Kings is in theaters, and that was $19.4 million total. So it tells you that people are going to see them. I believe our theater has like a special showing like twice a day on Sunday for those movies. So it is very impressive that they're getting a $19.4 million total. And then the number one new movie of the week is The Amateur, $14.8 million total. Yeah, that sounds about right. If I was gonna say what the amateur is gonna do, I'd say about that, especially with Minecraft just gonna be dominating the box office, with with everything going on. Yeah, makes sense. My movie that we went and saw was dropped at 7.5. I think that's very good too. I also was reading an article, or read an article about how people wanted original movies, and then we're getting the original movies, and they're still not going back to the movies. I think you just gotta give people time to get back into the movies, and like people like gotta get out there and realize that there are original movies out there coming out, and like Drop is one of them. I'm sure Amateur was very original, even though it kind of felt like it was gonna cover some of the same tropes that every action movie does. Collateral damage and what law-abiding citizen stuff like that. So that's where we are there. But that's what we are for the box office this week. Minecraft is the winner of the year so far, and it will be looking to be getting taken down this summer, I'm sure, because we got some heavy hitters. We got Superman, we got Fantastic Four, we got Mission Impossibles, and we got all of them just coming out. This is gonna be a wild winter, wild summer. July itself is crazy because I think I'm gonna go see like 8 movies just because of how many new movies are coming out this summer. So just I'm thinking about it there, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comment section, and see you next time in the cave.